Hey everybody, welcome back to the woods. Cindy and I hanging out in the bush at the cabin. Lady slippers are looking cool. Check these guys out. Aren't they the coolest little plant? Funny looking thing, eh? The lady slipper. Beautiful stuff. Hard to believe how low the brook has got just in the last week or so because we didn't have a lot of rain. And like, look at the rocks. They're all exposed already. Still probably 12, 14 inches of water in it in places. But again, years ago when they had a beaver dam down there, this was like 3.5 feet of water. Still nice though, you know. Mowed the lawn here last night when we first got here. Mowed all down here, got it all trimmed up and everything. The weather is supposed to rain today, but I think it's changed a little bit and it's not going to rain till tonight. So it's kind of nice. We're going to get a few things done around here again today. And we're going to, in the front flower bed here, going to put a dahlia. Cindy's going to weed it out. We're going to put a dahlia, one at each end of it. And the whole way along the back, we're going to put scarlet runner beans, and we're going to put some sunflowers. Going to put a sunflower, a bean, and kind of go along like that and see how that goes. So it should be kind of cool. These I'll probably have to break off. These are getting so rotten. They're like a zero help anymore. So they've been here a few years now. It's time to take them all out of here. So even this one, I'll probably get rid of those. Is what I'll do when the stuff grows tall. I'll run a string even from here, put a finish nail, run a string up to there, and that's what I did last year. The scarlet runners, I let them run up these, but as you can see, some of them are rotten and breaking off already. So, but it's nice to be back. Really strange, have not had a bird on the feeder yet since we got here, and we got here yesterday afternoon. It's already Saturday morning now. We already spent one night here. Haven't seen a bird. You can hear one off into the distance here, but been nothing on the feeder, which we find is kind of strange. You can hear them, but they're avoiding it for some silly reason. I'm not sure why. But anyway, it's still beautiful out, but it's cool. It's only 15 degrees. What, 60 Fahrenheit for you guys? And out front, I have, last week after I shut the camera off or whatever, I put a row of potatoes in. It's actually 4. 2 rows of gold. We got, or yellow, 2 rows of yellow potatoes and 2 rows of red potatoes. So it'd be kind of neat to see how they do. I think they've already got a little bit of sprouts coming up out of the ground, because some of them were sprouted quite well as soon as I planted them. So I got the sunflower row all planted out there. This hole I dug down in there, if anybody noticed on the other videos for the spring water, that's working awesome. So far, it hasn't dropped any again this week, and it's been dry all week, so it might have went down an inch in height. Flower bed here is starting to look all right. Cindy's work, we came out and watered everything last night, so it's going to look nice when everything fills in and gets bigger. She's going to keep working at it here, and she's going to be proud of that, I think. She already is. So, but it's a good day to work out around here. There's no bugs. I haven't had a black fly bite yet this year. It's crazy. Haven't had a bite. Yeah, these first 4 rows are potatoes. 2 are red here. You can see some of them actually coming out of the ground already. Look at that. They were just planted last week. Another one there. Deer track right there. Right beside where I planted one. So, and this whole row here has got sunflowers in it, and I don't see any of them up yet, but it's pretty dry, and tracks up that too. We're going to come out here in a little bit and watering cans. We're going to give this a good dousing of water because it is pretty dry. My raspberries are coming back kind of slowly this year. I would like to see a little more growth, and I got to bring the whippersnapper out again, the trimmer, and trim all this grass around them, because we mowed the lawn last week, but I didn't bother trimming around these guys, so it's getting built up there too. And then my wild blueberries are right here. And it's funny, this year there's some, but not a lot. That one there too. There's some berries, not a lot of berries. Last year these things produced big time. This one here, yeah, there's quite a few. You can see them on it, but not what you would normally expect to have here. So it's gonna be one of those years. And this guy is one I planted, and I got to prop it up with something, because that's when I planted. Got run over by a snowmobile last winter. So there's one more right over there by the road too. But it is, well, black fly. Look at that. Haven't seen any mosquitoes yet either, so they're going to be coming around pretty soon, and they're, you know, not real fun. But again, if you guys know what a thermocell is, I've got one of them, and it works well with mosquitoes. Keeps them away. But it's a beautiful day in the bush, and it's funny, you can hear birds. I don't understand. You can hear birds all in the trees here, but I've seen nothing on the feeder since we got here this week. So I don't know why. I'm just kind of rambling and wandering around before we get out here and get something done around here. It's nice to have you guys back. Nice that you're enjoying the videos. You keep watching them. Can't be too bad, I guess. Old Tin Man there, he likes it. He's thinking it's okay. This spot over here, this is where I've been taking soil. Anybody that's watched some of my digger content videos, I've been slowly getting to this. That's a rock I just happened to pop out of there last week, just effortlessly. That's gotta, I'll probably just push it off to the side, but I'm gonna grade this down in a bit, just make a bit of a low spot, because it's gravel galore here I can take, and there's no need to have this here. It's just a natural berm. Probably even gonna go back that way a little bit farther, because initially when they built the road, you can see there's been earth all taken out and behind here, and that was done years and years and years ago, when this pad and this driveway and that was established into this camp where this building lot was. Because when I bought the land, there's already a driveway here and already a pad all established. But yeah, all in there. I can pull these little spruce out because they're no good either, and grub some more of that back, and then I'm just going to slowly keep going that way with it. So some free gravel for me. It's hard to get anybody trucking anything in here where we're in a, you know, not the greatest road. I could probably get a load of gravel brought in, but end up costing a fortune probably. And my little water hole I dug with the digger, how much water's still in that? There's nothing wrong with having a water source. So I might be down 3 inches from last week. Well, that's pretty good because it didn't rain all week. So, and there's still well over a foot of water in there. But when I dug that, I hit ledge. I think I hit the bottom. It was hard scraping on the bottom. But what I'm going to do later, and you guys, it'll be in a digger video, all around this edge here, I'm going to pull some of this shelf back so I can get down in and get down at water level and easier, and get the water there easier. So funny too, you can see tracks going through here in the grass. Something's already been coming out here to drink out of that. Probably deer, because they live right up in there. So I feed them out front, and now I can give them water here in a grate. Oh, life's grand. Anyway, enough rambling for now, I think. I'm gonna head back in and see what Cynthia's doing. She's going to be coming out here pretty soon, and actually there she is on the porch. I think we're going to go out and water the sunflowers first, give them a shot of water, and then probably do some other gardening stuff around here for a while. Don't make faces, Cindy.
Huffing and puffing.
Huffing and puffing away.
It's a bit warm.
It's only like 15 degrees. Where you heading out front?
Yep.
Alrighty.
I know what that is.
Yeah, it's off my old drone. This one here is not camera shy at all. I gotta think it could be Kez. I'm not sure. And no, Olive's littler than, Olive's smaller than that. That might be Kez. It's funny the way the tail is right up over the back, flat too. It's almost like shielding it, right?
Yeah.
Kind of cute for a rodent.
Yeah. Big eyes.
Yep.
Until they scratch. And 5 fleas.
So they bite you. Wow. Well, it's Sunday morning. We didn't film much yesterday. We kind of get into doing a bunch of work, and I didn't bother setting cameras up. Cindy put a dahlia at each end of this, and then the whole way along the back, she planted a pole bean, or actually a scarlet runner, which is a big bean, pole bean, a scarlet runner, then a sunflower, then a scarlet runner, then a sunflower. So it'd be kind of cool to see if they actually grow and how well they do in this flower bed here. Eh? They should be coming up soon. Oh, it's nice to see birds back at the feeder. Kez was having a good munch up there. I'll tell you, chick, you can definitely, you dominate. It's funny, the bird can, I was watching the squirrel yesterday. I mean, that wasn't Kez yesterday, but they've all figured it out. They can stick to the wall and run right up here. Literally stick to the wall. I had no idea their claws were that grippy, but they are. If I want to keep this here, sorry, chick, I can't feed you all the time. I feed you out here. I'm going to put a piece of sheet metal here or something, then they won't be able to get up it, right? I'm going to move this feeder because we're leaving soon. And what happens is every time we leave, every time now, when we come back, the top will be like this, and this thing will be empty. And what's happening, I think the squirrel, once they clean up the tray, they're going up in and they're cleaning the rest of it out too. They pull all the seed out. Look at this in the window, checking it all out. Look. Doesn't get much cuter than that little girl. A little Daisy. But what I'm going to do this week, we're leaving. I'm going to take this screen down over here. I'm going to put the feeder over here and hang it, because that's what's happening. I think as soon as we leave, the squirrels are taking right over and they're just kind of helping themselves. So I need to set the camera down for a second. Just hang on. All right, well, here we go. We get it in the cage. That way the critters cannot get it. Just got to get this on here. A little awkward doing it with one hand. We'll hang the cage on. There you go. That way the chickadees and all that can feed in there, and the squirrels can't get at it. Thank God. There's one place they can't go. So, because every time I get here, I put seed by the wood stove. I put seed over in the other feeder, so I don't feel that guilty about not feeding them all the time. It's kind of fun to see. Nice to see the brook come up about a foot last night because of all the rain. It poured for a couple hours through the night, thunder and lightning, the whole smashing, banging show going on. It was quite a light show out there for a while. About 1 or 2 in the morning, got really noisy out there, the thunder and lightning stuff going on. Yesterday again, she did that. She planted all the stuff in the flower bed there. And I took my digger, out. Played with it a little bit down in my water hole again. I'm just going to go see what that looks like this morning. That should be filled right up again too. Because what I'm going to do possibly is go to Princess Auto, get one of their small pumps. They sell a little tiny pump in there. Oh yeah, look at that. They sell a little tiny pump in there. Size this water hole. How's that? I dug it here, and I may even make steps or something going down in. I'm going to put a shelf or something down in the bottom. As I was trying to dig it, I kept pulling out bigger and bigger rocks every time. Like, that's a friggin', that rock there is, as big as the inside of the bucket of the machine. So the rocks I was pulling out here is crazy. There's some good ones. There's probably close to 3 feet of water in the middle of that right now. As high as that is, that's pretty cool to see. It'll be cleared up probably by next week once we get back here. But as I was saying, I'd like to get a little pump. Princess Auto, you can buy them for, I think they put them on sale for $199, and you run a garden hose off of it. I could sit it down in here, run a garden hose to save poor Cindy from walking out here, and carrying all the water. That's what she's been doing it with watering cans, and I help her with it and stuff. But to go down there with a bucket and pull it out, you can still do it because it's way closer to bring the water than way in there at the brook. But anyway, might check one of those pumps out when they go on sale. I may pick one up. Garden is looking good out here. Everything is fine. It's going to rain again later today. It's drizzly this morning. Everything's a little bit wet out here. Potatoes are coming up slowly. See, there's a few potatoes here. Hopefully by next week, maybe my row of sunflowers will be coming up. There was one we saw here yesterday when we got here, I think. Hopefully the slugs didn't get it. I know slugs will eat them, right? Where did he go now? Because there was a sunflower here. Something might have already got it. I forget where we saw it at. But they say 7 to 10 days. We're getting on the 10 days. So should be coming up soon. But she rained pretty good last night, which is nice to see for everything. I actually went and watered this with a watering can yesterday just to help it. But yeah, I don't see any of them up yet. This drizzle's starting to get a little harder. It's going to turn into rain soon. So we have to pack her up and get out of here. Head back to the real world again. Bunch of stuff I'm going to do around home this week. So busy boy. Busy making videos. Busy doing everything. Sometimes people have no concept how much work it is just to do this stuff too, and I do. I enjoy the interaction, enjoy, the comments are awesome. It's nice to see all that from the people. Prime example, the last video I put up last week for the cabin, just cabin things or whatever, that was a 20-minute video I put up. I sat home Thursday morning. This is after making all the footage. 2 hours to edit that. Sitting there in the morning, taking my time, had my morning coffee, the headset on, editing that about 2 hours, and half hour to upload it to YouTube. Then you got to go on, set it all up, put all your stuff in there, create a thumbnail for it. That takes 10 minutes, not even sometimes on another site I use. So, but you're talking 2.5 to 3 hours work to make a 20-minute video. So it's a lot of work, but I enjoy doing it, or I wouldn't do it. So. And like yesterday, some days, you just don't feel like doing it. So I didn't. I left the cameras off. We got some work done around here. People don't, realize either, but it's hard. Especially like down in here when I had my digger going. It's hard to be moving a tripod all over the place and kind of concentrating what you're doing. Try not to flip the thing, because it's quite a downhill angle here, right? And it's not going to flip. But anyway, I'm just rambling here now. That's going to be a hell of a frog pond probably pretty soon. Could be a hell of a frog pond. But I pulled it back. I made it, considerably bigger yesterday. Probably almost double the size, because I'm getting a pretty good pile of rock here on the one side. And you can see it's all rock. That's all I'm digging out of here. This whole section is just rock. Because I think a million years ago, this whole area where the brook is there, and we're at the base of a mountain, this whole thing was brook. The brook was probably over here, God knows how many 100,000 years or whatever ago. And it slowly moved over to, the brook is over there now. So. But I'm done rambling for this one. It's no dramatic content this week. Sorry, folks. But I don't base my channel on drama like some try to. Anyways, from Cindy and I, we will talk to you guys very soon. Just checking on things. Time to pack her up and head back to the real world. So got the machine covered up, and time to wrangle up the cats here soon and pack her up. So if nothing else, I'll talk to you guys next weekend, and you know what? Live simply, remain grateful. You have a good day.